three. We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful. We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful. Welcome to the show.
Feels
Hey,
like a real long time since I've heard that theme song.
Couple weeks.
I like to think of it as a summer break. We talked about high school.
Mm-hmm.
Now we went on a little summer break, and we had sort of, would you call it an Indian summer?
I feel like that's September.
Yeah, it has to be not summer for it to be an Indian summer, right?
All right, yeah, it's still summer.
Yeah, it's still summer.
It was hot.
It's been hot. Almost a heat wave.
So is that how we're going to play this? Like it was just a break? Like a planned break?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about what really happened?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe later.
keep going like that. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, we've been gone. I haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I was thinking today.
No, when he says what are we doing, he means he wants you to say this is Grateful Guys and introduce us and you know the stuff that Kurt likes at the beginning of every
Welcome
episode.
back. This is Grateful Guys. Kurt,
Hey,
Bart,
Hi.
I'm Kent.
Again.
you're host, right?
I'm the host this week. And today, what I was thinking we could talk about is I've been thinking a lot about my own mortality lately.
Yeah.
Been thinking about quitting
I've
some
been
bad
thinking about
habits.
your mortality lately too.
Yeah, it made you sad, didn't it?
It did. But I was just wondering, is it happening soon? The end of Kent?
Time will tell.
We'll see.
But in that vein, on the subject of death,
Okay.
what do you guys think happens? Do you think about it at all?
Sure.
Are you religious? Do you have any sort of those things?
I've got a song about it.
Okay.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms go wiggling down your snout. I think there's more to
That's
that
it?
song, right? Yeah.
He said before he's a man of faith. You know?
Yeah, but what kind of faith? He just said faith in humanity.
Yeah, I believe that people want to be good. They just can't be.
Yeah, but part of being a human is dying. Sure.
You'd think
Yeah.
with that constant reminder of how we're all mortal and we're not long on this earth that we would try to make life better for everybody around us, but really we're just trying to make life better for ourselves.
Yeah, you gotta look out for number one.
That's bullshit.
Some people live their lives that way.
Yeah, the ones that get ahead in life.
It's a subjective perspective, dude.
That's just your perception of things. What do you think, Kent? What happens when we die?
I don't really know. What I like to believe is you get a second chance.
Yeah?
I like to believe you just keep doing doing it until eventually you figure it out and then you move on.
Kind of like the show, just keep doing it.
But also, you're saying that it's important to only focus on yourself in life.
No.
Well, at the end of the day.
Focus on being the best you can be.
Well, number one.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bill Murray got a chance to do it over and 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 over again in that movie Groundhog Day. And what he discovered was that when he turned, when he thought about others instead of himself, that's when he was able to move on to.
Well, that's how you look out for number one.
Well,
By
yeah,
thinking of others' part.
And then Tom Cruise did it, and he did it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again in that super cool movie Edge of Tomorrow. And what he ended up learning was that he was only 5'7" and a super hunk.
He's always known that.
What was the thing that finally did it for him? Why did he finally figure it out in that movie? What did he do? He just
because he did his unlimited chances were taken away. He had one final chance and he did it.
Oh.
Is that so?
Yeah.
I guess
'Cause
that's
he-
true. When you know that, this one counts.
Right.
That's
Yeah, but sometimes you choke under the pressure.
Sometimes you do.
You get in that pressure cooker. I know somebody who can't handle it.
I always rise to the occasion.
I wasn't talking about you.
All right.
I know you can handle it.
Who are you talking about?
He knows who I'm talking about. So, that's it. That's all you guys. You don't ever think about it. You don't have like I know you.
It never got told. Nobody asked me specifically.
I asked both of you.
You asked Bart. Bart asked you. I was being polite.
Do you? All right, Kurt.
Yeah.
Do you have any beliefs
Yeah.
as far as death?
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's a certainty. That's not a belief.
Sure. Well, isn't it? But don't you have to have certainty in your beliefs? It's not what makes them beliefs.
That's not really a belief anymore. It's a fact.
Well, what about my beliefs?
I thought you were Kurt Frost, the man who dies every day.
Yeah.
Well, what happens to you?
Get a second chance.
That's why we're here today. Giving ourselves a second chance.
Well, I think that's it. We didn't graduate the grade that we were in high school. We took our summer break and we got called back.
So this is
Because we didn't pass.
so this is episode 201.
No. I don't think so.
I don't even know what episode it is.
Can you put some music on?
We'll call it 201 for now.
No,
No?
no.
But it's a good thing to do for the show. When I didn't want Barrel Man on, dude.
I thought you said you put some stuff on there we haven't heard before.
Some
Haven't heard in a while.
Some new stuff and some old stuff. I'll tell you something about the whole time I was in school. You know, what do you guys think? You know, we all got report cards. Kent got straight A's. He didn't have to try hard. He didn't have to prepare for school.
Not really.
No, you said you got good grades.
I
You said
did.
You graduated top 10 of your class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Without even trying.
right.
not really.
So what I mean is like, what kind of stuff did your report cards say? Because there's always your name and your information, and then your classes and a grid, and then in the columns there were the grades, and then there were also a place for a teacher to leave an extra comment at the end.
Oh, like I don't know, probably positive stuff. I don't think my high school did that. I think they only left comments if they felt like they needed to leave a comment.
Grade school?
Yeah, I'm sure. You think I remember that?
Just curious.
They hardly even noticed that Kent was there.
Nah, I'm like sometimes if I did my job right, you won't even know I was there.
That's not good, boys.
We're a third of the way there.
Are we gonna make it?
I don't know, our technology's on the downward slope. Well, listen, this applies to my story. Eating the snacks, Kent.
You want one,
I really do. I've been
There you
looking.
go.
Thank you.
Bart?
Yeah, I'll have one.
Get up
Thanks.
in there. You asked at the right time. There are 3 left.
That's a good snack.
I like a neon sour gummy worm.
I'll tell you what my credit card said every year.
Jokes around too much.
Declined.
It always said, a pleasure to have in class, doesn't work to full potential.
Needs to apply himself.
Story of your life. I know what you mean.
I know.
I applied myself. I worked hard. I got good grades. Teachers love me. End of
What-
story.
Yeah, I always couldn't live up to my sister. I was always Shelly's little brother. Because she was like you. She tried hard. She kissed the teacher's ass. She got good grades. End of story. But you know,
Yeah, good content, Kent.
He came to the show with the afterlife topic. It ate
Yeah.
up about 5 minutes of the show, and now he's got
it's
nothing.
because you got all the
We're
time.
back
I
on
come
it.
with all the. Hey, listen. All the goddamn time I come in here with questions, and you guys don't participate.
We answered your question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like with 2-word answers. No. Maybe. Oh
Dude.
no.
I said some stuff. I sang a song.
Uh,
Give me a follow-up question. Ask me to sing another song.
I told a story.
Not even about death though. About school.
Yeah. I died. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till I'm dead. Then I don't need to come up with stuff to talk about on this show anymore. For you guys just to talk about how I don't try.
You're banking on that again, huh? Filler.
I mean, when we had that fateful meeting at 7-Eleven where we all just kind of ran into each other kind of by accident there, what you said to me, Kent, was that, oh yeah, I got this episode covered. I'm finally going to have something to talk about.
And you want to know what happened? Life happened.
Oh, you were busy?
I was real busy. And I was banking on getting together at like 6, 7 o'clock tonight. So when it got bumped up to 5:15...
You told me you had dinner plans at 7.
You were still 15 minutes late.
Oh, yeah. I was
And you
out
have dinner plans at 7.
I do.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I was here. Having a friend over for dinner.
Who?
Somebody named Kelly. It's not my friend.
So somebody named Kelly's coming.
Yeah. Could be a man, could be a woman.
You never.
One of those. Oh, here we go. Here's another topic. Let's talk about unisex names, guys.
Let me talk about...
Those are pretty weird.
Okay.
Kelly from Bad News Bears, one of my heroes growing up. You remember Kelly?
Cool
from Bad
dude.
News
He
Bears?
rode a dirt bike around.
Fucking A.
All right, here we go. That was another topic. I was going to talk about this. Who were your heroes
Dirt
growing
bikes.
up? Kelly from Bad News Bears.
I just thought it was weird they let a girl on the team.
No, it was a boy.
What?
But then they let a girl on the team.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, right.
Not Kelly,
yeah,
though.
that's what I remember the most. That's what I remember the most.
I remember when you met Kelly's dad in Breaking Training. They
Is that
couldn't
it?
get Walter Matthau back, so they got that dude from Falcon Crest.
Okay.
Is that a sequel? Second one?
Mm.
I only saw the one where they went to Japan.
That's the third one.
It's not good.
But I think that's the one where there's a girl on the team.
There's a girl on the team in the first one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Kelly.
No.
Oh.
You're talking about the first one with Billy Bob Thornton.
No. But there's a girl on the team in that one, too. I'm talking about Walter Matthau.
He's the girl on the team?
Yeah.
Who was your hero growing up, Kent?
I don't know, man.
Carl Weathers?
So wait a minute. This is something you just said you wanted to bring up. You thought about bringing it up earlier.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a minute. This is something actually I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
He thought that one of us would say something cool, and then he just...
Piggyback off it. Oh, yeah, that was my hero, too. I don't know. I mean, probably Lion-O from Thundercats. He was cool. It's probably cartoons. Captain Planet.
She-Ra was a hero of mine.
Sure.
I had a lot of erotic fantasies about She-Ra.
You can't have erotic fantasies about your hero, Bart.
Bullshit.
Oh, yes, you can. Try it, dude.
But what if your hero is your dad?
Have you seen the titties on Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Well, these days,
Well, even back then, they were just firm.
he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Used to be bigger. Did that cover unisex names?
No, we talked about one.
Which one?
Toby.
Kelly.
Toby?
Toby's a good unisex name.
Never met a girl named Toby.
I have. I had a good friend named Toby, and she was a she.
Jamie.
Tegan.
Tegan.
That's actually more
of a girl's
more
name.
of a girl's name.
Yeah. Don't let him hear you say that, though.
Do not let him hear you say that, though.
TV's Tegan Wright. Oh, that pretty lady? No, he's a man.
He was supposed to be a woman. Everybody else in his family is a woman.
Except for his brother.
Yeah, you know.
Do I know?
Just rocking that board today. Just hammering on my phone.
So we got
just be
any
gentle?
more unisex names here? Because this is a rich subject.
No, we're off that.
Oh. Now what?
Well, let's talk about life.
Oh.
Bring it back around.
Opposite of death.
It's a magazine.
It's a cereal.
It's a board game.
It's a movie with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy.
How much does it cost?
That movie, probably like $3.99 on Amazon.
If that.
I only got $1. You're supposed to say that's life.
C'est la vie.
Que sera, sera.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that song.
Yeah, I like
You know why?
You're a big Doris Day fan?
No.
Because you like do you just like the phrase?
The message. The message is,
Whatever will be, will be.
yeah.
The future's not ours to see.
Yeah.
Que
It's a lot.
sera.
Do you mind if I take a second to just kind of? I mean,
He doesn't mind. He's got no content. Go ahead.
Do you guys remember when we talked about Chuck Norris? I found that clip
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
about the Chuck Norris not worrying. I thought it was relevant because we just talked about.
Yeah, it's like you can't worry about what's going to happen. You just deal with what does happen.
Can't worry about whether you're a hunk or not. You just either are or you're not.
Yeah,
Right.
you wake up a hunk or you go to sleep a hunk, one or the other.
Same side of the same coin.
Yeah.
What are you
One's a
gonna
hunk.
do?
Yeah.
That's life. So I found it. Let's listen to it.
People would be happier. You say, I consider worry to be wasted energy. In my view, the best thing you can do when faced with a problem is not worry about it, but to get the job done the best way you can. There are moments during that low period when I started feeling depressed, but I always regroup and say to myself, hey, get your act together. Is that true? You don't worry about things?
No, because it doesn't do any good. The thing is, let's say you worry about a problem. So here you are worrying and all this stuff. All of a sudden the problem's solved. All that anguish for nothing. You know, the thing is, worry doesn't solve the problem, and it actually hinders the problem. What you've got to do is try to find ways of solving that solution, or that problem, finding a solution for the problem. And if you do, then you don't have time to worry about it.
You're able to live by that.
Well, believe me, from the book, as you know, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs. The people see strictly my success. The thing is, you find formulas, you find things that will help you work toward what you want.
As I see it, in your life, it was and still is some disciplines you learned, mental disciplines you learned from karate. Would you agree with that?
That was the beginning of it, yeah. But again, you learn philosophies as you go, from experiences in life. You start learning philosophies and things that will help you work. Like for me, I'm very goal-oriented. I must have a direction for me to get up in the morning. I got to know what it is that I want to do.
Ooh, dead air.
For a sec.
He was talking about Jesus, right?
Yeah.
He's a believer.
Yeah. He's talking about life. He's talking.
I like his message. I mean, it's like, don't worry.
Yeah.
But what he was leaving unsaid was that don't worry because God's got it covered.
From karate.
Okay.
Because of karate.
Well, he was saying philosophies.
Yeah.
What he really meant was the Church of God.
Right. Okay, now that's good content.
Kent clipping his nails.
I mean, I gotta say, he's doing it into the trash, which is a good sign of respect for me.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Appreciate.
Yeah.
Appreciate.
Hey.
Appreciate
I didn't
it.
want to step on your toes.
Appreciated.
Anything for you, bud.
I just realized when you say appreciated, it sounds like you're saying I appreciate it. I just say appreciated.
Well, you should say it's appreciated.
Appreciated.
That's improper grammar.
Appreciated.
Surprised Bart's not jumping all over you.
Not appreciated.
It's colloquial.
Is
What do I
it?
care?
Colloquial?
It means it has to do with your colic. It came from your colic.
Your throat?
Yeah.
What I'm realizing now is that Kent sees this podcast as downtime. Like when we sit down to record this thing, he does the things that people do when they're like, okay, I got some free time now. Let me do this. Let me make a little. Let me eat some of that macaroni salad that's in the fridge. Let me clip my fingernails. Let me eat some candy.
Let me
read this takeaway menu.
Let me bring you back to why we're here.
Okay.
We're just hanging out and talking.
That's what you've always thought.
That's what we've always said.
No.
What are we here to do?
I'm pretty sure we dragged Ken into this by telling him that it was just about three dudes sitting down and doing what we normally do when we sit down.
Sure, it's about talking and it's about getting things off your chest and it's about just having a support system and being positive and being grateful. Sure, but by sitting around and talking, you got to be able to have stuff to talk about.
And I feel like we've had plenty to talk about. And I'll tell you what, I'm grateful for the opportunity to sit here and clip my fingernails because I've been thinking about it for like 2 days. And I've been real busy.
And you've been like, oh, I can't wait till I have some downtime so I can clip my fingernails.
Bringo.
And here we are.
Well, okay, but how about the time you took a nap?
When did that happen? I take naps all the time.
On air?
Oh, that time?
Yeah.
I was real busy up until that podcast, and I mean, I know you guys don't see what I do on a daily basis. You think you know, but you have no idea.
I see you sometimes. I go into your place of work and you come out when you're carrying big bins full of stuff and whatnot.
Moving.
New batch of soup he stirred up.
Yeah, you know how sweaty I get at work?
I thought you didn't do soup anymore.
2 days a week.
Sounds like a soup man.
I had some turkey chili the other day. You make that?
Nah.
I mixed some African peanut soup into that turkey chili. What do you think about that?
I'm into that. I like both those soups.
You know what, Ken? You don't see what I do.
And I never once say you're not busy. I never once give you a hard time if you don't have something done that you say you're going to have done. I don't once give you a hard time.
When did I give you a hard time? When did I give you a hard time?
Just 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago.
Prove it.
If I could rewind it on your phone, I would, but I'm afraid it would blow up.
What I remember is me standing beside you while you're training to be a better talker, to be a better person, to be a better communicator, to be a better positive force in other people's lives.
Appreciated.
And I stood beside you and I'm giving you a little push. I'm saying, you know what, Ken? You're here because, not only because you are grateful that you're here, but because we're grateful that you're here.
Appreciated.
But I'll tell you, when you start big timing about what you do for work, it's not appreciated.
No.
It's like he thinks he's the only busy person around here. You and me, we're busy, right, Kurt? We're busy all the time.
I'm right out straight. He doesn't think we're busy because he never asked.
I never once say you're busy or not busy. I don't think much about your guys' lives, in all honesty.
Right.
But you know what we don't do that you don't do? We make the time to make this a better show. Well, I do anyway. Kurt tries really hard to make it a better show, but...
I do that. I go into... I've said this before. I go into every episode willing to fail, and I do.
Yeah, you succeed at failing pretty much every time.
Well, I'm trying to get the emotional impact on air that people want to listen to. People want to hear three guys sitting around having a good time just talking and hanging out.
Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen how you're treating me.
Well, I'll tell you what's not appreciated. All this negative energy every time I try and come up here and do a little something.
I'm usually pretty positive about it, but
I wasn't talking about you, Bart.
I'm negative?
But I have to say, you sitting there clipping your nails while we're trying to do this podcast, real lack of respect. I have to
I
say.
got a trash can here, Bart.
I appreciate it.
You think people tune into this podcast to listen to you clip your fingernails?
I don't know what people tune into this podcast for.
Eat your snacks, trim your nails, take a nap.
Well, I
Let
mean,
some gas out of both ends.
I'm being told constantly I'm not taking this seriously. So you know what I figured today? Figured I'll actually start not taking it seriously. See how you guys like that?
That's
Why you even sitting on this couch? Why are you here?
why.
Well, because
Remember that episode where it's just me and Kurt for the most of the time? It was a great episode.
was it?
Totally great.
Well, here's the thing. I may not be taking it seriously,
Then you
but I
showed
still.
up and you pissed. You showed up and you pissed on air.
Oh, was that?
Add that to the list. Farts out his butt. Barfs out his mouth.
I didn't do that.
Sleeps out his eyes.
I did that.
Clips out his nails.
And he's always stuffing stuff in that mouth of his.
I'm a
Like,
wild card, you guys.
He's always got something.
And believe me, it does come out the other end.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's not a belief. That's a fact. Okay, you guys.
I'm ready for a strong close here.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay,
I'm ready for a strong close here.
sure.
How are you gonna make that happen?
I want to take the time to apologize to you guys.
What?
Hmm.
Okay.
Are you taking that time right now? Is that what's happening?
No, I just did.
No.
I want to take the time to apologize.
You're saying what you want to do, but you're not doing it.
Oh, so, alright, so if somebody says I apologize, is that not an apology?
It's not appreciated. I will.
No, this is a legitimate question. If somebody says to you, hey, I apologize,
Is that your apology?
is that an apology?
I think, you know what, I do think it is an apology. But when you say, I want to apologize to you guys, that again, it's like you can want to trim your
Means-
fingernails, but you might not.
Okay, I take the time to apologize to you guys.
Right now?
Is it happening right now?
It doesn't feel like it is. It feels like some tricky.
Okay.
It feels like a trick.
Alright, here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That almost felt like a real apology.
I really wanted to do something today. But I'll be honest. I couldn't think of how to do it.
Talk to Kurt about that. He knows
No.
how to, he's full of ideas.
Do you know how
he's
much-
always trying shit.
Do you know how much I would love it if you were like, hey dude, I want to do something on the podcast. Help me do it.
Yeah,
I'd be so comfortable with that.
appreciated. But
My pleasure.
the thing is, I wanted neither of you to know what I was doing.
A surprise.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's nice.
You could ask Kurt in a hypothetical way. So you could be like, so I've got this friend Pete who's doing this podcast.
Yeah.
He wants to do
And
this
hypothetically,
thing.
Pete
And what would
wanted to think of a way to quit on air. How would he go about doing that?
Well, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Who's Pete's podcast?
You don't know Pete.
he sounds like a quitter to me.
You guys don't know Pete. This song's good, Kurt.
Wait, be honest. Is Pete really you?
Who knows?
We are grateful guys. We are grateful guys. We are grateful. We are grateful guys. We are grateful